Clewiston, Florida. Clewiston is a city in Hendry County, Florida, United States. Its location is on the Atlantic coastal plain. The population was 7,155 at the 2010 census, up from 6,460 at the 2000 census. The estimated population in 2015 was 7,505. The city is located on the south bank of Lake Okeechobee, and the Lake Okeechobee Scenic Trail passes through the edge of the city. The city is home to the Clewiston Museum and the Dixie Crystal Theatre. The area has been home to Seminole tribe members and sugar plantations. The Ah-Tah-Thi-Ki Seminole Indian Museum is located 32 miles south of the city. The area beside Lake Okeechobee was once used as a fishing camp by the Seminole tribe. The first permanent settlement began in 1920, when John O'Brien of Philadelphia and Alonzo Clewis of Tampa purchased a large tract of land to establish a town. They commissioned a town plan and built the Moorhaven and Clewiston Railroad to connect the community to the Atlantic Coastline Railroad at Moorhaven. Incorporated as a city in 1925, Clewiston would become noted for its sport fishing, particularly of largemouth bass. Large sugar plantations were established around Lake Okeechobee. By the 1950s and 1960s, the cultivation of citrus, vegetables and cattle were also important to the economy. The U.S. Sugar Corporation, however, remained the dominant manufacturer in Clewiston, which became known as America's sweetest town. On June 24, 2008, Governor Charlie Crist announced that the state of Florida had arranged to buy for $1.75 billion the company's 187,000 acres, including the refinery in Clewiston. On November 11, the plan was scaled back to $1.34 billion for 181,000 acres of farmland, no longer including the mill, citrus processing facilities and other assets. This would allow the company to remain in business and leave open the possibility of preserving its 1,700 jobs. Over the next 7 crop cycles, the farmland would be leased back from the state to U.S. Sugar for $60 million. It would then be converted into reservoirs and water filtering areas as part of the ongoing restoration of the Everglades ecosystem. Clewiston is located in the northeast corner of Hendry County at 26 degrees 45'12" and 80 degrees 56'01" W, 26.753399 degrees north, 80.933600 degrees west, 26.753399, minus 80.933600, on the southwestern shore of Lake Okeechobee. It is part of the Florida Heartland region. U.S. Route 27 passes through the center of Clewiston, leading west and north 15 miles to Moorhaven, and southeast 16 miles to South Bay. Florida State Road 80 runs with U.S. 27 through Clewiston but leads west 31 miles to LaBelle, the Hendry County seat. According to the U.S. Census Bureau, Clewiston has a total area of 4.7 square miles, of which 0.027 square miles, or 0.54%, are water. As of the census of 2000, there were 6,460 people, 2,174 households, and 1,632 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,381.0 people per square mile. There were 2,434 housing units at an average density of 520.3 per square mile. The racial makeup of the city was 75.79% white, 10.93% African American, 0.39% Native American, 1.18% Asian, 9.64% from other races, and 2.07% from 2 or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 40.94% of the population. There were 2,174 households, out of which 39.5% had children under the age of 18 living with him, 55.9% were married couples living together, 12.5% had a female householder with no husband present, and 24.9% were non-families. 18.9% of all households were made up of individuals and 7.2% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.93 and the average family size was 3.32. In the city, the population was spread out with 29.7% under the age of 18, 10.3% from 18 to 24, 28.3% from 25 to 44, 20.8% from 45 to 64, and 10.9% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 32 years. For every 100 females, there were 103.9 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 104.4 males. The median income for a household in the city was $37,143, and the median income for a family was $38,652. Males had a median income of $31,139 versus $21,049 for females. The per capita income for the city was $15,527. About 14.8% of families and 18.8% of the population were below the poverty line, including 25.9% of those under age 18 and 7.1% of those age 65 or over. In 2010, Clewiston had a population of 7,155. The racial and ethnic makeup of the population was 48.7% Hispanic or Latino, 35.2% non-Hispanic white, 12.7% Black or African American, 0.8% Native American, 0.7% Asian Indian, 1.6% Other Asian, 0.2% non-Hispanic reporting some other race, and 2.9% reporting two or more races. The following are public schools located in the area, operated by Hendry County Schools. The Hendry County Library Cooperative in Florida includes the Clewiston Library, Barron Library and the Harlem Library. All three libraries provide Hendry County residents with materials and general information, and each library has a secondary individualized area of focus. The Clewiston Library has a Florida room to house historical reference material and books pertinent to local and state history. The Harlem Community Library is located in a former school building which also houses the Harlem Academy Daycare Center, and its specialty is a growing African American collection. The Barron Library collects genealogical materials. The Clewiston Library also recently sought and received an LSTA grant to digitize their local newspaper, the Clewiston News, and have the digital versions added to the free, Open Access Florida Digital Newspaper Library. Open Access Florida Digital